What's going on, everybody? Hi, VFW.
We're so happy you guys could join
Thank
us.
you so much for coming out.
You know, there's a lot going on tonight. It seem small, but there's also like a Polly Shore show going on.
Yeah, but we're still going to have a good time tonight, right? We all here to have a good time? Yeah! This is going to be a fun, lively crowd, I can tell. Welcome to the VFW Winners Showcase. This is our third one.
It is the third one. This is episode 3.
This is episode 3.
This is the exciting trilogy.
We do this every Wednesday. We host an open mic, and we always have a funniest set of the night winner, and we put them on a list, and then we put them on this show, and we film it, and it goes up on this YouTube channel for the whole world to see. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Quite the honor.
Yeah, and we have a great lineup tonight. We're excited to bring all of these people to you. All winners. I believe Laura was she the first one?
It was Laura or Ethan?
Yes.
One of those two was the very first winner.
She was the first one we took the photo with, that's for sure.
That is true.
She's the first one we took the photo with. But,
Trendmaker.
take care of the bartenders tonight behind the bar. They always do a great job and they take care of us. You're welcome. Yes, thank you. And comics, we'll light you over here.
This table right here. Where the camera is also.
We'll light you over here. And with that, we're ready to kick this show off?
I think we're ready.
All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, let's start the show. Our first comic of the evening, Mr. Zach Amon.
Hey! Thank you. Thank you. So did you guys know that the Bible and Marvel did like a crossover? Yeah, it's called Sodomy and Gomorrah. Pretty cool. Didn't know it existed until today. It's pretty insane. Does anybody have any friends on Facebook, like couple friends that share those like cringy sex memes? And you're just like, we get it. You have sex, Dad. Relax. And calm down. I have a weird family, man. I do. I have a weird family. I have a lot of step relatives. I have a stepdad, a stepmom, a step-grandpa, a step-grandma. Like, if you looked at my family tree, it'd be a staircase. You know? Like, I'm like Pornhub fever dream. Like, that's real. Like, my whole life is just steps. It's ridiculous. I don't think I could be a surgeon. I don't think I could do it. I think my ego would get in the way. You know? I don't think I could perform a surgery and then afterwards the people would be like, oh, thank God he made it through the surgery. It's like, no, thank me. I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who studied his entire life on this one specific body part so that I can perform surgery on it. Now I'm going to be upset and I'm going to botch my whole next wisdom tooth surgery. I'm going to kill that person. And it's a wisdom tooth surgery. You can't kill anybody in a wisdom tooth surgery. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. So I found out I had a new hatred for a whole group of people. And to clear-eyed folks, see a couple of you here tonight. You non-glasses wearing people. I don't like you. Us blurry-eyed people, can't stand you. Like, what is it like? What is it like to be able to lay on the middle of a pillow and like watch television comfortably? You know, I have to lay on the edge. All my pillows are like lumpy on one side. Because if I lay in the middle, it's like this. And you can't be comfortable that way. You know, it's ridiculous. I'm ISIS, man. I'm ISIS. Yeah, that's a double joke. I don't like it. And it's not like I just want to have clear vision. Not so like I can read better or like anything like that. It's just I want to be able to like shave my pubes without living in fear, you know? See, I don't know what's going on down there. I can't see. One time I was hooking up with a girl, and she's like, oh, that's so cute. You shaved a little F in there. And I was like, I was going for a Z. Like, what? Can't see. Later on, we were, like, hooking up, and we were in that doggy-style position. You know what I'm talking about. And I put her head through the fucking wall. And I was like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. I can't see it. She's like, the lights are on. And I'm like, I know, but my glasses are over there. I can't see anything. What a world. It's just got to be nice. Nah. I'll tell this one. I recently had a buddy, a friend of mine that I've known for like 20 plus years, long time, since we were kids. He tried to hook up with my girlfriend this past weekend. Yeah. Yeah. While I was passed out in the bed, like next to them. Yeah. It was insane. And I found out about this the next morning. And I had like I had some thoughts about it. I'm really conflicted because I'm like, on one hand, we were all, under some substances. I won't say it, what we were doing. We weren't in the right mindset. It's the first time he's ever tried something like this. Like how, I'm upset. But at the same time, it's like, how fucking hot is my girlfriend that this dude's gonna risk 20 years of friendship for? That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty awesome. Like, I know I should be mad, but like, I'm truly really secure in my relationship because I know that he's like the 6th dude on my list of friends she'd bang. Like, number 1 had to go to a funeral. That's the only reason. Thanks, guys. My name is Zach Amon.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Velma. I can't see without my glasses. Amen.
I can't. That's true.
We're going to keep this show rolling. We're going to bring up our first comedian of the evening.
Please welcome. You forgot. Fuck, Sean. Lord Christian, everybody!
What's up, guys? Thanks for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but most of you gone after me, so no, you couldn't actually. It's been kind of like a weird, rough year for me. I got ghosted recently. Kind of a bummer. Totally my fault. Like, he was a pretty nice guy. I think his biggest personality flaw is that his name's Hunter. And he's not white. That's just the creative choice that his parents chose to make. So that one's on them. This should have been my first red flag, but I don't feel bad for not keeping him anonymous because if I could do anything else to seek the attention that I so desperately, desperately need, like maybe with someone who didn't ghost me, I definitely would be doing that, but here we are. But yeah, it was my fault. Like, I texted him to hang out once, and he didn't text me back, so I did what any like sane, secure person would do, and I sent him in all caps, "Never mind, forgot you were fake." To which he responded, "I'm really sorry. I was spending all day with my mom. It's her birthday." And so that took me back a little. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry I can't be her. And he never responded to me again. Because that's an insane thing to say to someone. Mostly because it's not even true. I totally could have been his mom if I wanted to. I've done it for all of my other male friends under 25. So much so, in fact, that like when they take a trip, I get to fly free. Like, we go through TSA and they're like, no, this is my emotional support female friend. And then TSA just like checks his shirt to make sure it's clean and like that he looks like he's not gonna give anyone a UTI, and they send us on our way. It's totally cool. But it's gotten to a point in like my journey of being single that I've had to like outsource the attention I get. Mostly from police officers. I do this thing where I like speed up in front of them intentionally so they have to come and spend time with me. And works every time. And usually I'll get searched due to this trick that I use called existing while black. And they love it. But it's always good because I have really good banter with police officers. Like, I'll say something to break the ice, like, ooh, is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to search me? And they'll usually say something like equally as playful, like, if I shot you right now without warning, I'd have 0 consequences. So, those guys are so kooky. That's why we gotta back the blue, baby. But yeah. Another thing that happened is my grandpa died a couple of months ago. Correct response. This crowd knows how to read a room. A little bit more sad when someone ghosting me. But the thing that's really getting me through those 2 losses is the fact that my dog is still alive. Because I would have snapped that guy in my grandpa's neck like 1,000,000 times in order to save my dog. And I know that sounds bad, but look, like my dog is with me every day, is a constant companion, and my grandpa has said like maybe 3 words to me in the past 2 years, and they've always been, "You've gained weight." So that pros and cons list really just made itself. I had a recent experience with catcalling, and I don't really fuck with that at all. Not because it like makes me feel bad about myself, but because a lot of the times when it happens, I'm by myself and it's dark, which is terrifying. Because like, if you're alone and someone yells something explicit at you, then how are you supposed to feel validated by that? Like, it's one of those like tree falls in a forest sort of things. Like, how do I even know that you actually want to stick your entire head up my asshole and wear me like a hat? Like, if that's what you wanted, you would be like proud to yell that in front of a bunch of unsuspecting street strangers, I think. But now you've just like robbed them the joy of hearing that and me the validation of it. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna sexually harass me, please like only do it online. Like, please comment and like, so all of my hot followers can see and be inspired, and maybe too see me as a whole to stick their head inside. And just inspired by your like overall bravery to make such a bold comment online. Something else that's bummed me out recently is just like anti-vaxxers. Like, it's really hard to get me to lock on to a subset of awful people, considering like all the competition they have like all the time. But I think that I like understand the other groups a little bit more. Like, if you're sexist, maybe a woman rejected you once and now you have to be a serial killer. Valid, I understand. If you're racist, like, maybe you're wronged by people of color, like by them kneeling for the national anthem or barbecuing. Like, that's fucked up, and I'm sorry that I had to bring that graphic imagery into a comedy show. But it had to be done. I don't know where they're coming from. But what I do know is the only thing that a vaccination has ever done to anyone is like 100% just keep them from being dead. And even if you like don't believe that, just have the common courtesy to vaccinate your kids. Like, life's hard enough. No one needs to see a gross monkey body anywhere. Like, if I go somewhere and trip on your crutches because your kid's all polioed out, that's just bad vibes for everybody involved. How do I transition from the phrase polioed out? A blind person came into my work the other day, and he was closing his eyes, which personally I think is a little bit dramatic. Like, I already know that you're blind because of the stick and the everything else about you. So you're just trying to rub it in my face, you get to use those cool little dots as your words? That's so fucked up. Okay, everybody is nervous about that joke. Let me reassure some of you. You can't see it, but I'm wearing contacts. So genetically, that makes me like a 16th blind. I can tell that. But he was coming up to my table to ask me where to put his dishes down, like when he was done with them. And since I have this syndrome where in France, I think they would call it le dumb bitchitis. Since I suffer from that, I was like, oh yeah, you can just set him down over there, and I like pointed, which you'd think that being a person of color would make me like more sensitive to other disenfranchised groups, but no. It turns out you can be marginalized and still be a shitty person. It's like how you can be dead and still have been a shitty person. Like, just ask any dude that was in power in the history of ever. The two are not mutually exclusive. But that's like kind of beautiful in a way. It's like, being an asshole transcends race, which is poetic, isn't it? It's like shittiness doesn't see color, and neither do blind people. Thanks, you guys. That's my side.
More Christian, everybody. Here we going. Good stuff. And let's keep the show rolling with our next comic coming to the stage. Everybody, please welcome Peter Bedgood. Hello, my name is Peter Bedgood. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Peter, my parents named me Peter Bedgood. They named me Peter, it's short for Peter Pumpkin Eater. Because they only wanted me seasonally. That was no mistake. Every time a comic makes a bad joke, an angel loses his wings. Take him away. The bullshit meter is going to fall apart tonight, my friend. It's going to be wrung off of its hinges. Because that's all I have to offer tonight. Bullshit. A whole bunch of it. Because I'm not a smart man. I'm not. I saw a sign that said, "Do not drive into smoke." And I was like, is this a problem? Are people just driving into smoke? What the hell happened? I don't know, Sarge. He was just driving and then into smoke. Someone better make a sign. While you're at it, make a sign that says strong winds may exist. Because they might. I love dogs. Appropriately. Appropriately. I saw that L'Oreal is going to stop testing their products out on animals, which is cool, you know, no more animal torture. But some of the ugly animals are complaining. They're saying, hey man, it's the weekend. I'm a possum. A little lipstick and rouge never killed anyone. Trying to get laid, man. I saw a sign that said DUI classes. I was like, are you going to teach me how to DUI? Because I already know how to do that. That's why I'm here. Like, what's a DUI class look like anyhow? Is it like, you get in the car. You got a cigarette? Yes, sir. I get another one. You ever yelled at a pig? No, sir. Now you better get ready, because your finals tonight. No, we're going to go to my ex-wife's house. For our European fans out there, that's an international joke. My friend called me recently. He said, Peter, I have recently come into some money. And I said, friend, this is a picture that I do not need in my head.
he was carrying a drum kit and he fell. Ba-doom-doom. I had a time travel joke, but you guys didn't like that one. I got a job working at a dispensary. My boss is cool, but he doesn't like it when I come in not high. He's like, hey man, why are you high? You're supposed to be setting an example. I think I'm gonna try a new joke here. This is one that I just wrote a couple of years ago. Do you think that Schindler has any other good lists? That's an old one. You know what sucks more than people asking you for money? Is when they pass you by because they realize that you aren't worth asking if you have any money. It like hurts. It hurts my feelings. You know, shit, I gave it away, it was me. I would like it if Star Wars, you know when they scroll the words at the front, I think it'd be cool if it just continued on. It's like Chapter 13, Planet Tatooine. It's a hot day in the two-sun planet. What? Yeah. Okay, so Marvin Gaye was shot at 41, I think, 45 by his dad, and I was just like, man, that is a long-term abortion. So I was driving recently and I saw a sign that said, hitchhikers may be escaping convicts. And I was like, oh man, now I am definitely going to pull over and help these people escape those convicts. You know? I mean, man, that's just mean. They're like, help me! Get in! It's a good thing you were wearing that orange jumpsuit or I wouldn't have seen you. I like this one. She's fun. Okay, I'm going to get serious for a minute. JVC, Sony, Panasonic, I don't give a shit. I will not stand for stereotypes. You think that's bad? I was watching television at 3 o'clock in the morning and this commercial came on and said, do you suffer from hesitancy? And I was like, no. And then this other commercial came on and said, you do not deserve to have arthritis. And I was like, you don't know me. Recently, President Trump was talking to Pelosi, and Pelosi said something to him about impeachment being enacted, and he got all excited. And she said, enacting impeachment is nothing to laugh about. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that someone with a speech impediment was going to be acted out. And I got happy. I was hoping that, because you know how I love that stuff. I'm sorry, Pelosi, I thought you were going to be like, ooh. Yeah, I thought, you know I love that thing. I love it. One time someone said to the president, you can't do that, that's racist. And he was like, how can it be racist? I've been doing it all my life. I like watching Fox fear porn, that's what I call it. Every time something bad happens, they treat it like Tupac Shakur just released a new single. I was like, oh, ISIS is at it again, roll the clip. Me and my dad, we love each other, but we don't get along a lot because, like, he says, Peter, you're not funny, but you can still be successful as a comedian. You just need to charge nothing to get in and $20 to leave. And I'm like, Dad, that's not nice. That's not nice. And I wish you'd stop coming to all my shows. My dad's like, Peter, you want to be an artist, you better learn to love manual labor. I was like, who's that? Sounds Hispanic. And he was like, it is, usually. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm gonna leave you guys with a. I was gonna do some old joke, but okay. I love gay weddings. There's nothing more beautiful than a gay wedding. I've been to lots of them. I've never seen them up close. I'm always across the street behind picket lines, but I love gay weddings. Thank you guys. Have a great night. I'm Peter Bedgood.
Peter Bedgood, everybody.
I love that gay wedding ticket one.
You would. Mr. Shaved Head.
Yeah. Are you guys ready to keep this show rolling?
Ladies and gentlemen, keep that energy going for my buddy and co-host, Shawn Singleton!
It's a hefty inheritance. I'm like a Rockefeller kid. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was self-help books. Self-help books. Let me pronounce that like I'm not from a foreign country. Self-help books. They're not inherently bad, but there are certain types of self-help books that are just pure evil. And the types I mean are corporate self-help books. I mean the ones that are written by like millionaires, and the entire premise of it could be summed up as, hey, set goals for yourself, work on teams, and just be positive, and everything in life will happen. It's like, hey, fuck you, no it won't. There's a whole team of positive motherfuckers trying to test for a cure for AIDS, and they've gotten nowhere. Not to mention, if you're willing to read a self-help book for something, like, I don't know, career-based self-help, I just feel like is so lame. But if you've got the mental fortitude to read a book, do you really need a self-help book? Okay, that shows how well-read I am, that I feel like reading a book is a chore. But, I mean, I feel like if you're willing to read a book, that says something about yourself. You should be happy. We can't even get Republicans to read the Bible, and that's like their fucking mascot. Okay, I mean, a Bible and a pistol. Okay, maybe like, I don't know, like Bible cowboys, like a Western appeal. I feel like that's popular. See, now the people in here who are sober heard me say Bible cowboys, and they said, oh wow, that's a really fucking stupid idea. And then the people like myself, who are on a little different level, we all just started playing the music video for Should Have Been a Cowboy, but instead of Toby Keith, it was Jesus. I mean, when's the last time you saw cowboys get crucified? I mean, except the ones from Dallas. Am I right? Sports ball joke, guys. I was having dinner with my wife the other night, and the people, there's a couple tables over, and they were getting a whole bottle of wine. And I don't know if you're familiar with this, but if you see someone get a whole bottle of wine, typically what happens is the waiter or waitress will cut it open, and they pull the cork out. Maybe there's even a sommelier to come over and tell you about the wine, but they're always going to ask you, would you like to smell the cork? And I'm sorry, and maybe it's just me not being fancy or cultured enough, but that's the most trashy shit in the entire world, is for you to be sitting in the middle of a nice steakhouse, just, oh God, I can smell the tannins. The smells of oak and vanilla, and this is going to go so well with my chicken cordon bleu. Oh God, it's opening up beautifully. Let me whiff that cork. You guys are full of energy tonight, and I love it. And you can see I'm reflecting it right back at you. That's what my performance is all about. A lot of people think PETA lies. I'll be honest with you, I don't follow them closely enough to be able to say whether I think that's true 100% of the time or not. But there is one pretty famous campaign that it just always bothers me. And I'll tell you the two reasons why it bothers me. It's the PETA campaign that these fur trappers go out and club baby seals because they have the most useful fur. And here's the two things wrong with it. A, babies can't be seals. You have to be at least 18 to enlist in the Navy, and I think to be a SEAL, there's a whole other process. You cannot be a baby and be a SEAL. It's like special command or something. Okay, that's funny to me. Fuck you guys. And the other thing is, let's all be honest, if you really wanted the most useful, universal, adaptable fur, you don't club seal babies, you club seal fetuses, because stem cell fur has the most uses. I'm gonna leave you with one thing. I'm gonna tell you a story, and I need you guys' opinion on it if I'm the asshole or not. We're gonna play this game. It's called We're gonna play Am I the Asshole or Not? First up tonight, Shawn Singleton. Shawn, what is your story? Yeah, my friend, he was talking to me about his son that he just recently adopted. And he's having a lot of problems with him. He's got a lot of behavioral issues. He doesn't listen to his teachers at school. And my friend's just going on and on about this. And I can understand, like, he's trying to get some advice, but look at me, I'm 27 years old. I tell bad jokes to people unwillingly in bars. The longest fucking job I've ever had was working at Walgreens. What kind of parental advice can I give someone? But then Walgreens, I mean, that seems relevant for an adopted kid with problems. I said, man, I'm really sorry you're having all these problems. Do you still have the receipt? I mean, without the receipt, I guess we could do a store credit, but I don't think you're going to want to get another one of these little bastards. If you have the receipt, though, we could probably do a full return. And my manager's okay with that. I'm going to go talk to the manager. Guys, my name's Shawn Singleton. We're going to keep this show rolling, full of energy.
Shawn Singleton, everybody. And please welcome our next comic coming to the stage, Cian Baker.
Shawn.
Two Shawns. Do I even need a microphone tonight? I don't think so. Hey, how you guys doing? Give it up for the table of Costco sample people here. People who hand out samples at Costco. No, I'm kidding. It's just you look like a lot of my employees on the... I got that job 3 years ago, and I feel like I just gained like 30 moms. I'm just like, okay, give me my back, okay? I'm not dating, okay? I'm not, leave me alone, okay? Just a lot of stress with whatever. I look like, people told me that I look like an adult version of the kid from Up. Pixar movie from like 20 years ago, yeah. Somebody also told me I look like a young, chubby Tom Clancy. No, you don't see it? Okay. We'll move on. Maybe? Just a little bit? Yeah. I want to reboot a show and call it Tons of Anarchy. It'd just be 45 minutes of me trying to get on a motorcycle. Yeah. I told my friends that if I hit 400 pounds, then I'm going to kill myself, and they responded by planning a $3.99 party with cake. I need better friends. Yeah. I stopped going to the gym. I hate going to the gym. Cardio is really boring. It makes me want to kill myself. So when I do go, I end up like trying to kill myself by like going really fast on the elliptical. But I figured out that I'm not in shape enough to kill myself that way. It just turns into like a night of suicidal edging. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I fucking made all this shit up. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, when I was in high school, I got made fun of a lot, and one of the things they said that made me cry, and later looking back at it, it's kind of a badass nickname. Somebody called me Cian Baker, the earthquake maker. Turns out it wasn't fracking, Oklahoma. It was me. Ooh, doggy. I broke an office chair while masturbating recently. I wasn't doing anything weird to the chair, okay, guys? I was just leaning back and it came apart just as I did. Too graphic? Thank you. You guys seem like the kind of people who would like this joke. What up? So I work at Costco, and I was handing out pork rinds, and somebody's like, no thank you, I don't like pork rinds. And I'm like, well, chicharron. Chicharron. Who put that in my brain? Was it you guys? I'm mad. I'm quitting comedy. Usually when I do that, when I say that, at this point I start taking off my shirt and like putting on Big Papa by Biggie, like the radio edit, and start doing like a burlesque type of thing, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm not dressed for it. I don't have the pasties. What was that? Did you guys have like an inside joke right there? Oh yeah. Thanks, dude. Fuck. Shit, how much longer do I got? Forever? Okay, damn. Does it? And also, is this fucking seriously going on YouTube?
It doesn't have to.
Please don't.
We'll trim yours off.
Thank you. Because, like, I don't need another shitty set online. I already got the, like, four from Getty's Rider Nights that don't come down from the internet, dude. I don't need another one to be added to it. Watch Cian Baker kill in front of, like, 6 people. No, it's not gonna happen. No. Fucking. Does it still count as second base if she touches your boobs? Of course it fucking does. It's 2019. Boobs are just boobs, guys, okay? Boobs are boobs. It's 2019. Get it together. It's also National Coming Out Day. My whole family thinks I'm gay. That's a great line to come in on. Hey, come on in. There's a comedy show. Enjoy the bar. My whole family thinks I'm gay, mostly because I'm coming out to them right now. No, I'm kidding. No, I told them all I'm gay. That's why they think that. But like, no, I'm not really. I'm just like, I don't know, really into humiliation. That's why I blew a bunch of dudes when I was in my early 20s. And also 4 years ago. Whatever. I feel like if my life was a video game, I'd still be on the character creation screen. Just like I'm still like moving sliders around and like saying, okay, I don't like that. I was. Anybody smoke weed? Woo! Yeah! Hell yeah! I love weed. Me too. Fucking love weed. I got a poem for you. There you go. This is a poem I wrote while I was very, very fucking high. That dog knows I'm high. That tree is an elephant, and autocorrect gets me. Does that dog have a megaphone? I mean, it's in my own meter, so don't worry. Like, it's not an iambic parameter or whatever. I didn't go to college. Okay, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm gonna end it with this. I don't care if I'm only doing like 5 minutes. Just, whatever, dude. Like I told everybody like 3 months ago that I'm in retirement or whatever, and then like all of a sudden like, hey, do a show, and I'm like, fuck, okay. Fucking first time I got really, really high, I spent 15 minutes trying to figure out whether or not I made up the word proximity. Turns out I did, and you're welcome, okay? Thank you, I'm Cian Baker. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Cian Baker, everybody! Keep going! I love when the audience shows up at the end of the show.
Guys, we've got one comedian left for the evening.
Woo!
Are you guys ready? You don't seem ready. Okay, thank you. You guys came in at a great time. Ladies and gentlemen of the VFW, please help me welcome Mr.
Trevor Carreon.
Great job, guys. Fantastic job. Guys, you know what? As a comedian, I'm just going to let you know. Have you guys seen those videos where, like, people are driving down an ice hill and they just keep on hitting the car in front of them? I'm the last car at the top of the hill. I'm seeing how this is going. I'm so scared right now. It's just, there's a man right here that teaches me how to choke people. He kills me. I do jujitsu, guys, and he came from my jujitsu class. If you don't know what jujitsu is, it's basically, it's wrestling, but you learn how to wrestle from all the sex positions. Like, okay, if I'm going to learn how to fight, I'm going to do it from where I start most fights. On the ground, losing. So I can't fight you, but like if we're in the missionary position, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm just letting you know, all these people who look like you wouldn't let me date your daughters. Man, I'm so sorry. Did I just waste a bit of your drink? I love that shirt. What's on it? Butterflies? I don't give a fuck what you said after that. You said butterflies, that's all I need. Guys, would you believe I used to be fat? Really, would you believe I used to be fat? That fucking makes me angry! Alright, losing weight's impressive. I don't want to have to convince you how impressive I am. It's a very frustrating situation. I lost over 100 pounds. Yeah, wow. Have you ever tried to lose 100 pounds of something intentionally? Listen, if you lost 100 pounds of something intentionally, you abandon that thing. Dad. That's kind of sad. But see, I didn't lose 100 pounds because McDonald's left for cigarettes and never came back. No, I didn't. I gained the weight because of McDonald's. Have you guys heard of the McDonald's app? No, thank you. You have self-respect for yourself. It is an application you put on your phone that it gives you daily deals and discounts for McDonald's so you and all your friends can get McDiabetes for a discount. It's... Okay, let me explain. For 3 months on there, they had Big Macs that they were selling for $1. Yeah, how many Big Macs did I eat? Well, see guys, if you are what you eat, at least 15% of me was that fucked up middle bun. It's a dire situation for my health. That same year they had that discount, they had a giveaway. They were giving away free McDonald's for life to one person, which is very smart for them on a financial basis, because that man has an eye patch. I can't ignore that. Oh. Hello, sir. Welcome to a comedy show. How are you?
I'm better now.
I'm so happy you're nice. I just couldn't. Oh. If we were really diverse in America, if we truly were diverse, this man would be cast as Nick Fury. The Avengers, he's white. Get it? Oh, McDonald's. That's what I was talking about, right? I think I was talking about McDonald's. I think I was. Sir, hello. What do I got?
Take a copy of my magazine.
I absolutely will, sir. Thank you so much. This actually looks really cool. Sir, what's your name?
Andrew.
Give it up for Andrew, everybody. Please clap. Take a copy of his magazine. It actually looks really well put together. I minored in design, so this is actually really cool. Thank you, Andrew. I'll actually look at this.
It's a new magazine. They're right back here by the bathroom.
Right back here by the bathroom, guys. Pick up one of Andrew's magazines. Give it up for Andrew! Yes! Guys, there's some unaffected side effects I didn't expect from losing weight. Like, I had no clue my nipples weren't supposed to be puffy. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Before I was fat, when I was fat, I used to put ice cubes on my nipples before I went into the pool so people thought I was skinnier. I called it the ice losing baby fat procedure. I just wrote that today. It's real silly. Another unexpected side effect. I have this loose skin. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with. I have no idea. I'm very self-conscious. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking gloves. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, the thing is, I just want to be creative with the stuff that goes to waste. And I also want my hands to be warm, but I don't want anybody to know my hands are warm. Listen, guys, I look like a dude with abs, but when I sit down, I look like a dude with abs who used to be pregnant. It's a very strange situation for my body. Like my torso is kind of like a mullet, except it's like a party up top and just depression in the bottom. It's a very sad situation. What else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about white people. This is kind of a controversial opinion in 2019, but I think we need to give straight white dudes a break. Like, listen, I play a lot. I know straight white guys have been ahead in this race for a long time. You guys have been running shit. I think you've been doing a great job. You've invented a lot of stuff. It's been fantastic. I play a lot of a game called Mario Kart. You know what Mario Kart is? Thank God. You know what the blue shell is, ma'am? Yeah, you do. Listen, when you play Mario Kart, you don't want to just take first place suddenly. And as a straight brown guy, I feel like I'm a solid contender for second place, and I don't want to fuck with that blue shell. Yeah, listen, straight white women want to listen to this too. You guys might be in second place as well. You're right there with us brown men. I don't know. Asian dudes have third place on lock. But listen. See that laugh over there? That was an Asian man. He knows what I'm saying. Listen, second place, brown men, straight white ladies. Because listen, you guys have rights, we have rights. It's still fucked up for both of us. Like, you guys can drive around and not fear discrimination and stuff in your vehicles, but like, we can walk to our vehicles. So like, I'm not really sure who's in second place, but it's one of. Thank you so much. I was waiting this entire time for this to settle into this one beautiful butterfly shirt lady. She's all the person I care that gets my jokes. She's the only person I give a damn about. Is you, man. What's your name? Victoria. Victoria, will you be my aunt? Oh, who's my uncle? Oh my God, you're my uncle? Oh my God! This is Shawn Singleton's wife! You are my queen! Shawn is my uncle! I finally have something analogous to parents.
I mean, he looks like a dad.
He does look like a dad. Shawn. Okay, fun story. Fun story I tell about your husband all the time. Okay, at the Yeti. And if you guys don't know about the Yeti is the place where you did coke. That's all you need to know about the Yeti. The Yeti's gone. It no longer exists. But in the last comedy night of the Yeti, we were out there, and I was about to do a set. It was 1:30 in the morning. And my man, Shawn Singleton, was standing by the truck that you go behind to do coke, just asleep. Standing. Shawn Singleton will forever be the only person, well, the second person. My parents did a lot of drugs, and my dad fell asleep at the fridge once. But he'll be the second person I've seen fall asleep standing up. I talked about my dad a little bit. I'm going to end on this weird dad stuff, because this set's going very strange, and I'm gonna kick it off on an even stranger note. My dad was a drug dealer. Yeah! Drug dealer. I say was a drug dealer, not because he turned his life around and got out of it. He's just real dead. Turns out flipping bricks comes with a terrible insurance policy. It's not. Listen, it's okay to laugh at my dead dad. I promise you no one's going to care. He's dead. The only person that would care about these jokes is my grandma, and she's very racist. So let's not listen to what she would have to say. Guys, I'm not even talking about my dad's mom. She's not the racist one. She's brown. She doesn't understand English. She wouldn't know what the fuck I'm saying. She would just be, see you guys having a good time and be happy for me. I'm talking about my mom's mom. She's a very, very racist lady. And she doesn't think I'm not funny. She thinks my sense of humor is too dark, which is also how she feels about my skin. Guys, thank you so much. My name's Trevor. Thank you so much for coming out. Give it up for Shawn Singleton and Zach and everybody.
Give it up for Trevor.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Trevor Carreon.
Trevor Carreon.
Third place is the best. Thank you guys so much. That was the VFW Winners Showcase number 3.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. We'll be doing it again next month with 4 new winners. We're excited to bring it to you. And with that, have a good night. Take care of the bartenders, and we'll see you around.